from like he's telling me this, and what you and Dr. Vale and
Zori.
and maybe he will hear.
Yeah, on the way up, right?
Gregory
Yeah.
is
The
so
end of
he's
it.
returning.
I hear.
Yeah.
What I am going
Heaven
to
seems to be
say-
gazing into the middle distance
No,
and
it's
chattering a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
sort of like down because he's
Oh, I
a
see.
little
Okay.
boy, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna be like, Mommy, complex. You're reproducing. Oh, we definitely don't want to activate the reproducement chambers. Yeah. So I am saying this.
Zora is looking right at you,
Yeah.
and she says, "That woman has breached so many security protocols. It is not even funny. She should not return from this mission. As the senior member of Chemo Labs, I'm letting you know, operatives, that this particular operative should be sacrificed for the good of the Alliance.
I am definitely willing
Should
to
give her life for the good of the Alliance."
I'm going to say, because I
Uh-huh.
obviously see through the manipulation attempt that she's trying to make, I'm going to say I am definitely pledged myself to sacrifice myself for the benefit of others. However, Dr. Vale, I'm not quite certain that Chemo Labs is going to think that your benefit is the one that I should be sacrificing for. Somehow you trying to replace the daddy, father complex with a complex center around your...
I kind of like the idea that maybe Heaven did stutter on that, and Founder did in fact correct with a less than respectful tone, just like you used. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that thing. Keep going. Yeah.
With the mommy complex centered around your less than perfect personality, I don't think that is exactly the mechanical evolution that Chemo Labs is looking for.
Zori, having been convinced by you,
Yes.
which is very important,
Yeah.
because otherwise she would be all about Zora Vale,
I use my
Right.
metal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Says, "Zora, I think you may have become morally compromised. Those are innocent infants." And she's honor bound too.
Protect the innocent.
Medal for Zori.
Okay, you okay? I don't have a...
Oh, right, sorry.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Medal.
medal, right. Medal for Zori.
Wait.
And you are in, you're the one who said bring justice.
I
you
do have green justice.
Get your medal for that, for what you already said. That's why I was looking this up, and I was like,
I
check.
was saying,
Yeah.
I was
No, but the
pointing
sacrifice
out-
was not important, though, because
I
you're
said
not
that
doing
I'm
it.
not going to sacrifice for her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so this is,
But
you're doing something unjust here.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
Someone.
this is both Zori and Heaven have sort of put the moral brakes on.
So I'm actually going to look towards him,
I
who's
would think so.
technically still
Right.
holding her
Mhm.
in place, and I'm going to say, Hunter, I think.
No, hiding
Oh,
blade.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hiding blade. I think that Dr. Zora Vale is to remain in your custody until she's properly debriefed by Chemo Labs officers.
Makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm going to take the signal.
Wait.
from
But
her.
that's you. You're double dipping and
Yeah,
triple
yeah,
dipping
yeah.
now.
Hey, but
Right.
we are in a
It's-
scene.
There's going to be a little conflict about
Okay,
this
that's
right
fine.
now.
That's
Uh-huh.
fine. Maybe the conflict happens exactly when
That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm thinking
and,
about.
And let this.
Let's just do. I'm
Step
thinking about
off.
whether when she sets off the signal deck, which is going to scramble the hell out of Dog, Hunter, and Zori.
Or try to.
That's maybe we should roll initiative to see
Who-
whether she goes first.
Who's has who is holding the signal?
She,
Dr.
Dr.
She-
Zora
Dr. Zora Vale is still holding the signal deck.
Can I ask why are you holding that?
Yeah.
Initiative.
Initiative. What did we roll for initiative?
D20 plus 8.
Uh-huh.
So 16?
Speed 10.
18. No, 20. I have 20.
Ooh,
Oof.
Mr. Speedy.
Yes.
28 for me.
Oh, man. Guys.
What? How much did she roll?
25.
Yes!
Oh, that's so perfect, too,
So he's
because
like-
he's been quiet.
Why are
Yeah.
you holding? No, he was there
Like,
just
why
to
are
say
you
like
holding-
the father complex.
Yeah, exactly.
Father complex,
Mhm.
and then she's like, "Why are you holding this?" And she's like,
Exactly. No, this is choreography. As the two of you are like, right?
I mean, I am not affected by the signal deck, so that's
No, I
fine.
know, but still, you would have. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun that you two were the.
Does she have time to press?
No, you got her first. You got it
You
first.
had
Then I
initiative.
immediately go to grab it without pressing anybody. Like just grab it, no pressing.
Right. Oh, I agree.
So,
So the question is whether this is even a roll.
Strength.
Yeah, it's strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very strong.
Yeah.
So-
And
so-
she is not.
That's not the issue.
20.
Fail.
Metal?
Use the metal.
Yeah, I used my. I
That's
had
the-
two.
You don't
So
That's what they're for.
struggle right now.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
used two. I had two.
Uh-huh. Okay, so right, so you've got it,
Yeah.
and
And I hold out her reach. She
that's-
can't grab it back.
that's we're talking about an effective grab.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, so you've got it, and she, yeah, basically, yeah, the baby making it. Right. She looks at Zori, and Zori is basically, on your team now, on team player character now, and says, she says, "Actually, Mommy, I think it's time I grew up." And the, just, no, you know what? She says that, unfortunately, in the name of the father. So we've got like some Victorian patriarchy rolling here. And only one thing to check. Oh, Gregory, right. Gregory will say to you, boy, there's a lot of weird gear around here, aren't there? He's like, there's a lot of anomalies like crisscrossing all over each other right now.
Yeah, Greggy would know about me.
He knows.
But I'm not blurting it. She has to
No.
ask.
Mhm.
So
And I think even if I suspect anything, I'm not gonna
Okay.
ask.
they're good. Oh,
I don't want to ask.
Mhm.
One of the honor bound thing is free the enslaved.
Yes,
I'm
that's right.
Going to
Right,
be
right.
going for that.
Excellent.
So I think what
Wait.
Heaven is going to say now. So the signal deck is removed.
Mm-hmm.
He is holding her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's good. She's done.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what?
She's defeated.
Yeah.
I am
moving
not
on.
quite sure about that. I'm going to
Right.
search her.
You'll get her tool pack and also that the gun that she has not, just like stashed in the back of her waistband. She has not pulled it during this
Well,
time.
She
You'll-
might have later on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you'll get that. And she's right. She's saying, you realize what will happen if Chemo gets his hands on that. You know what's going to happen. He can't be trusted. He's a maniac.
Oh.
Takes one to know
Thanks
one.
a lot to know one.
Um,
I think you're like, I think in this case you were faster than me
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
like saying this. I'm like, oh.
Mhm. Exactly. the expressions being exactly the same on your two faces. But Zori does say this. She says, "We need to go save those babies," and she's going to march in there and she's going to
Zori,
start
hold
gathering.
You are an important part of the backup of knowing what happened here. Let us take care of that.
She'll look back and forth and she'll look at Hunter and say, "Can I trust you to go and save the shattered bodies and the agonized minds of these poor infants? And
These
bring
infants?
and bring them along. You and that beast."
She doesn't know what actually happened.
No, I know that. You and that beast. I'm suspecting there's some mayhem back there.
I'm gonna
Those
say
poor, helpless babies need to be.
You could be hearing robotic cries
I-
from the back rooms.
I'm just gonna say, Zori,
Those-
those babies are still Jira and they almost took you out.
They just need their father.
I am quite certain, yes, you're right.
I'll
We're
do
gonna
it.
take care of it. We are gonna take care of it. And I'm certain Hunter is going
He's
to.
already on his way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Guys, time lapse.
You got your scene now.
You've got time
However,
to do some reprogramming.
I just want to say,
Uh-huh.
because again, I don't know if Heaven would know for certain. I don't want to make it clear or not, and I'm definitely not putting it out in the open. But she's walking around and she's talking to Gregory as she usually does, which for you guys is she's talking to herself.
Yourself again, right?
Right.
She seems to come up with good ideas when that
She's
happens.
turning
I mean,
Don't ask.
Yeah, definitely freaked out Dr. Vale for sure.
Hmm.
But like, while I'm seeing you like trying to, I assume, fix the babies and whatnot, I'm just gonna be commenting how Chemolab is probably going to want to examine these babies. So we should try to bring them in as good shape as possible, because who know how many rigorous examinations they're gonna get.
I had kind of that.
Just saying.
Mhm.
And
Well, it's a good question. Says so. You're talking about taking
I'm
that to
talking
chemo, right?
about
Gregory will respond.
Yeah.
Gregory will tell you very clearly that well, chemo will take over the alliance easy now. I wonder what Red would do with it, though.
Red. He's
Oh.
Red.
She would be a real different. Red chemo, the 10-year-old, his daughter.
Oh, Gregory.
She's smarter than he is, and she's mad at him. Oh God, if you knew what he did to her mom. Talk about your experiments gone wrong. Ooh.
Talk about movie complex.
So there's a snake pit at Chemo Labs that's just waiting for a whole anomaly to play with.
So hold on. You're hearing this because we're discussing this near
Right.
you. I don't know if the other things are.
We could, or then there's the anomaly itself. The anomaly, the first one,
I'm gonna
which you
say-
don't know about.
But okay, hold on. You're giving me too much information that I haven't asked for right now. But
It all makes sense. It goes together.
of
It's all
course.
one answer.
Yeah. I just that. Hold on. I want you. So I'm sorry. You need to.
Hey, you brought it up. You
Yeah,
said, what about going back to
definitely.
Chemo Labs? I'm telling you.
Definitely. So should we not bring them to Chemo Labs? Or should we bring them to the Red?
He kind of looks at you with the biggest eyes in the world and says, I'm just a little boy. I don't know what we should do.
Well, I definitely don't want the Chemo Labs coming out of the Alliance. Chemo Lab is an important part of the Alliance.
Okay, let's hold off.
Yeah.
Because it seems to me as though this conversation could go on for some time.
Yeah.
Let's see about your check.
Yeah.
And let me look up this freaking time lapse so that we can do that properly.
So for
Don't worry, we'll get back to some of the interaction. I just want to fill in everybody else.
I also have a question about this thing here.
Oh, yeah. The time lapse right now has to do with your finishing up everything you want to do
Okay.
here, everything, and leaving. That's our time
Got
lapse.
it.
It can have a lot of time in it, right? I mean, you can use the bathrooms, right?
Before I started converting,
Uh-huh.
I heard her mention red. Do I recognize the name?
Fate,
Fate or knowledge?
which is better.
For me, knowledge will be much better.
Let's take a look and see about the definition of knowledge here. Skill ratings, knowledge. Level of education, ability to recall information.
Even if I had
Determine
her-
whether or not your character has access to pertinent information. It is exactly the right roll.
So,
No.
20.
Really?
Do you have another medal?
It's up to you. Those are valuable resources.
Yeah.
But also, this might change a lot of his information, right?
Yes, it
And what
will.
this does. Besides, what are we going to use?
I'm going to hand you the book if you use the medal. I'm going to hand you the book.
yeah, I
With
think it will use the
Okay.
medal.
Now I've been trying to read this.
Because if I succeed, I will get 3 more medals if I succeed.
So,
Wait, what?
Yeah, if I succeed with converting.
Oh yes, if you
I
succeed.
get-
no.
yeah,
you
I
get a
get
medal
three
for
more
everyone.
medals.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
Okay.
so
Hold
Yeah,
on,
I-
please. I've been trying to read this for the last 20 minutes. I found it,
I'm just
and I would
wondering-
like to have a little intermission while I read these
Yeah,
two
that's
pages.
okay. I'm just wondering right now, because earlier with Dr. Vale it was bringing justice where none is present. But I'm wondering if right now what I'm doing, like giving you this sort of information in this way, is like protect the innocent, maybe? Let's see. Exercise mercy. Free the enslaved? No, that's a different one.
Aw. You're going to get your rolls. Let's take care of that now.
yes.
I am mandating that technically our scene is over, which was basically the taming of Dr. Vale.
Okay.
And now we are into the time lapse period because it's going to take time to scour this place and to, secure the core,
Mhm.
right? To pack up the baby bot making stuff properly. Unless you want to blow it all up. That's another question. So there's those points, as well as making your way back carefully. Sadly, I rolled for the time lapse and I got no event. Which I
I should have known that
deeply,
this disappointment
deeply,
is
yes.
in our favor.
Yes.
Oh, it could be all sorts of things.
May the odds be ever
Ugh.
in our favor.
The Bruta could, at the free tribes, if I rolled 11, 12, or 13, the free tribes reclaim more of their ancestral lands by conquering a waypoint that is adjacent to one of their currently held waypoints, which you are. And I would have totally taken over Red Canyon by the Get Back and the Bruta have taken over. I mean, oh, I'm so sad. Now, let's check on your rolls, and then there's another set of rolls to consider too. Go ahead.
It's tech, I
Tech.
assume. Yeah. 3, that's one success.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one,
That gives you a medal.
We know.
I'm gonna do the matters after,
Go
so I
ahead.
can,
Okay.
yes. 20, so fail. Third one, 13. Fail.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
you must succeed.
So you get one, and so are you going to repair that one so that, or are you going to leave them wounded?
I'm repairing the converted one.
You are. Okay. It doesn't mean he's your servant. It means he
No.
knows he's a he or an it.
Yeah.
He, she, it, autonomous.
That's a success.
Okay.
Repair
So
the-
you're going to come back.
He can repair the other ones.
Yeah, but what I would probably do then is disarm them first.
Right, yeah.
I was also thinking about that. I was like,
Okay.
oh, you're
You don't have to. I'm going to say that for him that was important.
Yeah. For me,
For
just-
you, it's not.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. So during this time.
Yeah.